Hey Glam fam, welcome back. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to be doing a different type of video. This is not a reaction. This is something that I completely came up with myself. Well, I'm not going to say it's not a video out there, but it's not something that I'm reacting to basically. So today I have decided to just talk about some of the most underrated cast members, in my opinion, that were on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Specifically that franchise. Now this is going to include everybody from cast members to friends to husbands, fiancés, family members. Whoever had a consistent presence on the show that I feel like we don't really talk about enough that brought a lot to the show. So I'm going to be doing my top 5. Well, top 4, but the number 1 spot is going to 2 people. So it's top 4, but really top 5, you know. So yeah, let's get into it. And of course, feel free to agree or disagree with anything that I may say or leave your list in the comments. You know, feel free to do whatever. So at the number 4 spot, I am going to put Cynthia's sister, Mallory. Now, I know a lot of people love to give Peter credit for carrying Cynthia throughout the show with her storyline, and that he did. But I think Mallory deserves some of that credit as well, because it wasn't just the financial situation between Peter and Cynthia. That was actually escalated because of the situation between Peter and Cynthia's family. And let's not forget what happened on their wedding day when Mallory and Cynthia's mother took the marriage license and hid it and acted like it went missing. They were responsible for that entire fiasco. And let's be clear, that was a horrible thing to do. Like, that was really, really bad. I felt bad for Cynthia, and I understood why Peter was still mad at them after that. So I'm not trying to make it seem like, you know, this was some top tier entertainment moment, like they just delivered quality TV. But I'm just saying, like, that was a moment and it carried on into the next season. It's pretty much why they still didn't get along even after Cynthia and Peter got married. So yeah, I think Mallory was definitely underrated. And we definitely can't forget the drama she had when she first met Kenya at her, what was it, at her jewelry event?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know you. I'm sorry, I don't. But the opinion you giving right now, you're confusing things.
Oh, I don't think I'm confusing anything. I'm just,
I'm
asking questions. I'm just wondering.
Don't agitate the situation.
Well, wait a minute, Mal. You don't know me very well because I don't hold my tongue.
You don't know me.
You know, I don't.
You don't know me. This ain't what you want, baby. This ain't what you want.
Oh, trust me. No, I guess it's not. Wait a minute. It's not.
And at the pillow talk, when Candy almost dragged her.
No. You know the rules. What rules? What rules? Hold on. Oh, you mean what rules? Come on.
I tried to break them up. You put your hands on me. That's what you did.
Bang. Calm down.
I'm Candy up tonight. I will beat up my ass. I'm telling you now.
So Val has definitely added some things to the show, and I think she may be a little underrated. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give that number 4 spot to her. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. So number 3 is going to be Latoya. Now, a lot of people did not like Latoya when she was on the show. And I really didn't care for her, but she was tolerable. She was underrated in my opinion because she was the wild card. And I feel like season 13 was kind of cliquish, because it was really Kenya versus Portia with the whole Bolo Gate thing, and they were both trying to like campaign the ladies on their side, believe their side of the story. And Latoya was the one that was pretty much in the middle. You know, one day she was with Kenya questioning everybody about Bolo Gate. The next day she was like, why do you care so much? Why are you questioning it? And originally she came in as Candy's friend, and then she got close with Kenya. And then she got close with Portia. Y'all know, you know, all of that and how they got close and stuff. So Latoya was kind of like everybody's friend. And then on top of that, most of the season was focused on Bolo Gate, but everybody was so annoyed with that. The next main thing was Latoya versus Drew. And to me, that kind of reminded me of season 5 when Kenya and Portia stepped on the scene and their whole beef just stole the show. That's what that reminded me of to me, because that's what the entire season 13 was about. It was Latoya versus Drew and Bolo Gate. You know, I feel like Latoya kind of added a balance to the show in the sense of you never knew whose side she was going to take. You know, she pretty much liked everybody. You just knew she didn't like Drew. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. I did see her at Candy's Peach event for the upcoming season. So I wonder if she gonna make a little cameo. Okay, so for the number 2 spot, If you watch any of my other housewife videos, y'all know I always say Shamari was underrated. Shamari definitely deserved a second season. For one, she was an actual housewife. Secondly, she had a personal storyline outside of the group that was interesting, and she was married to a man who was in a legendary R&B group. And in addition to already having like a solid storyline outside of the ladies, she also fit in well with the ladies because she was also in the singing group Black. So, you know, if you was in the industry, Candy pretty much know who you is. So she already knew who Candy was. And also she knew Portia because she went to school with her. So she fit in well with the ladies. And I feel like they probably felt like she was boring and she didn't bring it in terms of drama, but she was very underrated with the Reeds now.
I am a mother of twins that every now and then likes to go out and let her hair down. But Marho, you wouldn't understand anything about that because you're not a mother. You may be a mother, but you're not a mother.
You can Google me back to the 19s, honey. I was an A-list when you was an alias. You are dismissed. Go play in traffic. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
How did you feel knowing that you puked on Eva's shoes?
Now that's when it went too far.
I felt bad about puking, period, in Nene's bathroom and on your shoes. You did give me that shoe, and I was going to get it clean, but it would have cost more money to get the shoe cleaned than the value of the shoe.
Because I bought it in Morocco.
Oh, but it's Zara's shoe.
Yeah.
Right, so I got you a gift card to Zara.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she was funny and she was a breath of fresh air. So I definitely think Shamari was underrated. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. And in this number one spot, I am going to put both Derek J and Miss Lawrence in that number one spot. Y'all, I miss them so much. I'm gonna put them together because they pretty much came on the show and left as a duo, even though they both definitely had strong personalities on their own. I do think Derek J probably lasted a little bit longer because he was at Nene's all-white party, if I'm remembering that correctly. Now, let's be real. Back in the earlier seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta, they used a lot of gay culture. And usually most girls have that one gay guy best friend. Like it was Sheree and Miss Lawrence, Kenya and Brandon, Nene and Phaedra and Dwight, and Cynthia and Carlton, and so on and so forth. And other than being that important representation, being that the culture was used so much on the show, they were also funny and talented. I remember Miss Lawrence was real good and impersonated the ladies.
Can you do Nene?
See, first of all, honey, let me tell you something. First of all, wait a minute, honey, because you don't know Miss Nene Leakes and you don't know Miss Nene Leakes, okay?
Let me see Kim.
And you know what, sweetie, what I tell her? What I tell her, sweetie? I told her, I said, bitch, you know what, bitch, I said, bitch, I wish you would.
I want you to do Sheree because you know her the best.
This is Sheree in the club. Okay, we'll go to the restaurant. I'll be back. Okay. What the
What about Candy?
Candy just be so into it when she talk, baby.
Yeah.
She get them hands get to going. Can you just like, if you can just like think about what you're doing and just like, that's exactly it.
And he also could sing and he did hair. He was Kenya's hairstylist and Sheree's and Marlo's, right? Well, not necessarily their hairstylist, but did their hair. And then Derek J did celebrity hair as well. I remember I used to see him all the time as a kid on like different shows and stuff, you know, at the hair shows and stuff like that. And then they both had that show Fashion Queens with Bevy. And if y'all remember, they also had that after show with Bravo called Spill the Tea, where they pretty much recapped episodes. And I really liked that show. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was interesting hearing their different perspectives because if y'all remember Miss Lawrence on the show, y'all know he was Team Kenya. That was his real good friend. But then Derek J really couldn't stand Kenya, so he was pretty much Team Phaedra and Nene. So it was interesting like seeing them go back and forth on that show, and then they also made valid points. A lot of people talk about Dwight and he definitely deserves that credit. He was legendary too, and he came before them. But I definitely think that Miss Lawrence and Derek J are underrated. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the entire list. Did I rate everything correctly? Did I forget somebody? Y'all let me know what y'all thought in the comments down below. Stay happy, healthy, and all of that good stuff, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.